Welcome to the School Library Pulse, your monthly source of inspiration and motivation from South Dakota State Library School Library Services. Each month, we share heartwarming stories and uplifting moments submitted by school librarians across the state and designed to empower and energize. Thank you for tuning in for this brief boost that will set a positive tone for your month and remind you of the incredible impact you have on your students and community. Our first story is about finding the right book. Our librarian shares. A parent stopped me outside the school and wanted to thank me for finding a book that her son fell in love with. She talked about how she sat down to read with him. 30 minutes went by and she stopped him and said it was bedtime. He couldn't believe that he had read for 30 minutes. It felt like we just started, he exclaimed. The next night she found him reading under the covers with a flashlight, way after his bedtime had passed. She also bought him the rest of the books in the series for Christmas. She told me that her son had never finished a book before, that he had always just given up on it, but that now he was choosing to read instead of game. And the best part is that he is still choosing books over video games. And of course, we all know that the library is more than just books. Our next librarian shares how providing a leadership opportunity helped with tough behavior. She writes, a third grade student was struggling with her behavior at school in all areas, classroom and specials, including the library. Rather than letting the behaviors go, I took the time to build a relationship with the student. She is an intelligent, funny girl who thrives off of positive attention. However, if she can't get that attention, she will seek out negative attention. Through our time together, she expressed how she would like to be able to beep the books at checkout. I agreed, linking positive behavior with being the library checkout assistant as the reward. With her goal in mind, she was able to participate appropriately in lessons, most of the time, while keeping her eye on her ultimate prize, beeping the books. Not every library class went perfectly. However, she was able to see herself in a positive light as a library assistant and do a job she had always wanted to do. The library became her place to shine. Our next story is titled Following the Thread, and our librarian tells us, one of the fun parts about my library classes is that I can adjust my curriculum to fit students' interests. Last year, I did several read-alouds about water protection. My fourth graders wanted to learn and do more, so they wrote to their tribal leaders to ask what was being done to protect water. One tribal leader, who was part of the EPA, actually wrote back. She answered students' questions and gave them ideas on how to protect the environment. They then asked the head of our school facilities department about erosion, planting trees, and water safety. After that, they decided to do a trash pickup on campus, and they asked to do a weekly unplugged hour in order to decrease screen time and increase their outdoor time. I basically followed their lead and taught them how to advocate for what they wanted. They felt empowered to do something, and they took meaningful actions. And now think back to your first year as a school librarian. That may have been a long time ago, or maybe it's this year, like our librarian who shares our final story about little victories. She writes, I'm a new school librarian, so I don't have many stories to tell yet. However, I recently met with my school's language arts department, and one English teacher mentioned how grateful she was that I was able to help her students find books to read on such short notice. Although it was a bit chaotic, every student was able to leave the library with a book they actually wanted to read, and that felt like a nice win to start off the school year. Join us next month for more motivational stories shared by inspirational South Dakota school librarians.